You've heard it before. Trading is easy. Just follow the trend, buy low, sell high, and then you try it. And it's anything but easy. So what's going on? Well, after 35 plus years in the market, here's what I know. Trading isn't hard because the concepts are complicated. It's hard because most people are doing the wrong thing from day one. Been there, done that. The mechanics of trading, they're actually quite simple when you think about what the mechanics of trading are. The process that makes it work, that's what nobody teaches you, or at least not clearly. So today I'm going to show you exactly why trading feels impossible for most people. I'm going to talk about some of the levels that I use each and every day and how you can replicate these on your own chart, and then what it actually takes to make it. Because once you understand this, the question stops being, why is this so hard? And starts being, why didn't anyone tell me this sooner? The market isn't random. What I found out from my first couple years of trading is that you just don't know who's moving it. Most traders blame themselves when they lose. Wrong strategy, wrong timing, wrong mindset. But here's what's actually happening. You're not lacking the 9th trading psychology book or the 17th indicator on your chart. Most traders look at a chart and they see chaos. Price spikes up, spikes down, it collapses, it explodes higher, and then it does it again. And then we try to find indicators that help us understand what we're seeing. The problem is there's no logic, there's no pattern, there's just noise. And that's exactly how institutions want it to look. Here's the truth. Price does not move randomly. It moves to collect liquidity. Anytime I say liquidity, imagine people who are either wanting to buy or sell. At the end of the day, orders are people. So here's another way to think about it. Every stop loss is an order waiting to be triggered. Every breakout entry is a position waiting to be filled. Institutions know where those orders are sitting, not because they have X-ray vision, but because the masses move in very predictable ways, usually at predictable prices. And they move price to these levels that are very, very obvious to fill their positions. This is happening at our expense. That spike that stopped you out where you got wicked before the real move, that wasn't bad luck. That was a liquidity grab. Again, think people getting their orders filled. That breakout that reversed the second you entered, that wasn't a false signal or a whipsaw. That was a predetermined, engineered trap. It was people acting the same way. Therefore, institutions knew there was volume, liquidity there, and they took advantage of it. So once you see this, the charts stop looking random because we start asking different questions. It isn't about where price is going. It's not about predicting the high or the target. It's actually, where are the orders, the liquidity, the people sitting? Where are they waiting? And then who's going to fill those orders? Who's going after it? That one shift makes trading make sense for the first time. If you want to understand exactly how institutions, big money, smart money, whatever you want to call it, move price and how to stop being on the wrong side of it, follow along in this video, and in the notes, I'll put some levels that I look at each and every day when I start beginning my trading session. The process is kind of simple, but don't confuse simple with easy. The discipline is the hard part. And here's why trading feels difficult even after you learn the right concepts. Knowing what to do and actually doing it are two very different things. I had a student, we'll call him Marcus, very sharp guy, understood the market structure, knew chop versus trend, marked the key levels that I taught him to mark, waited for those solid setups, waited for the trade to come to him. But his win rate was still stuck at about 30-ish%. So I watched him trade for a week, and the problem wasn't his strategy. In fact, I gave him a strategy that I knew worked. It was everything around it. He moved to stop when price got close. He exited his winners way too early because he was so used to getting stopped out. The moment a trade went positive on his P&L, he wanted to lock in the profit. He was scared. He was afraid of giving back profits. He took trades outside his setup because he was bored or because he thought it looked good or he just wanted something to do. Same patterns that I see consistently from lots of traders in the market. The market doesn't beat traders. In fact, the market's not even out to get you. It's out for the liquidity. It's not personal. Traders beat themselves. So I had Marcus do one thing. Write down the rules. 3 rules. That's where we started. That was it. And follow them for 30 days without exception. His win rate jumped to just over 62%. Same market, same setup, different Marcus, different execution. That's the real gap in trading. It's not knowing more. It's consistency to a process that has been proven to work. So that process might be simple. The levels to mark might be simple, but it's the waiting. It's the waiting for confirmation and executing the trade according to the plan that gets so difficult. And then you add managing fear, managing risk. If you can do that, rinse and repeat. It doesn't have to be hard. Doesn't mean it's easy. Hear me out. But it means it's learnable and repeatable. And that is the point. If you're hearing this and thinking, that sounds like me, Raghi, if this is resonating, subscribe to the channel. It helps me know I'm making the right kind of content for you. Thanks a bunch. All right. Easy does not mean effortless. It means mechanical. It means process driven. It means rule based. Here's what people get wrong about the word easy. They think easy means no work. No screen time, no preparation, push a button, collect the money, 20 minutes, 1 hour, 5 minutes, whatever it is. Have you noticed that trading has sort of become the 8-minute abs when you watch social media? Everyone's making a gazillion dollars with 27 seconds of trading. I'm only being slightly sarcastic. Well, that's not what easy means in trading. Easy means process driven, mechanical. You follow it and you don't improvise. This isn't like freestyling it at the X Games. You don't second guess the process. You don't change mid-trade. You don't need to predict anything. That's one of the biggest things I see traders struggling with. They think they need to predict the market. My crystal ball has been in the shop for nearly the 4 decades that I've been trading. I don't know, nor does anybody else know what's going to happen next. So here's what you do. The night before, or you can do it the morning of, you mark your levels. These are the levels to mark. Previous session close, pre-market highs, pre-market lows, and know the structure, whether it's trending up or down, or if it's bullish or bearish chop on the time frame you want to trade. So here's an example. If you're 5-minute day trading, that's the time frame I like. I'm going to look at the structure around 9 to 9:30 and see if we're trending. Are we above the previous session close? Where are we in relation to those pre-market levels? For swing trading, where I hold the position overnight, anywhere as little as 2 to 10 days plus, I'll do that same work. What are key levels on the daily time frame? I might want to look at the high and low for the month. Make sure I know the trend. If there are any gaps, those are things I'll do in the daily to prepare myself for swing trading. So at the open, I wait. So let's think about day trading here for a moment. When I'm day trading, I wait until 9:35, at least, to wait and see how price reacts to those levels. Some traders like to use time in this way. Wait at least 5 minutes, or wait till 10 a.m. Eastern, or some traders don't even like to put on a trade until 10:30. Now this is where you test. These are key times in terms of a day trading clock, and this is where you test where you want to begin your trading day. Then you wait for confirmation. Not a feeling, not a hunch, not news, not what somebody else said. You wait for your setup. You wait for the confirmation. And when everything lines up, the market structure, the level, and then the confirmation, that's when you execute the trade. So perhaps the morning woke up, right, and it's in an uptrend, and you confirm after 9:35 a.m. Eastern, it's still in an uptrend, and you'd like to buy a pullback. You identify what that support level may be, and then you might want to confirm it with a candle pattern, like a minor low or an inside candle. Step by step by step, that's when you execute. And if it doesn't happen, you don't trade because there's nothing to do. That's it. And a lot of traders think once you're trading for decades, you have a very complicated process. The process actually, when you talk to experienced traders, gets easier and easier and easier. And anything that used to once upon a time be complicated, in 2026, we're automating those signals. We're automating those tools. So really what you'll find when you sit down with an experienced trader is how simple things have become and how many things they now automate in terms of lines and levels. In fact, all of the lines and levels on my chart, whether that be overnight levels, previous session close levels, Darvis levels, market structure, these are all automated. And it's not because the market has become more simple to trade. In fact, if you're trading right now and learning, I will say this, you're probably better at trading and know more than traders that were trading 40 years ago, because the markets are actually more complicated. So I give you a lot of credit for starting this game. For you to be great, you need more discipline than ever. And when you stop fighting the process and you start trusting it, you're going to find that profitable trading is boring. We have a joke in my chat room that says, world's most boring trader. Trading should be boring. You want excitement? Go bungee jump, right? Trading is about being deliberate and repetitive, and traders who make it look easy aren't lucky. They've built a mechanical process. They've stopped deviating from it. They trust it, and that is available to anyone, including you. It always seems like everyone else has found the Holy Grail. That's not true. Everyone can, just some people really exaggerate. So don't buy into other people's science fiction results, right? It's really all about what can you see on the chart, and starting with these basic levels that we've talked about so far can really move the needle for you. All right, so here's the answer to the question. Trading feels hard because most people are reacting instead of preparing. They're thinking they need to predict rather than have a process. They're chasing instead of waiting for their setup. Then they're improvising instead of executing a time-tested process. Remove those three things and trading starts feeling very different. And I do mean feeling very different. You're going to be calm. You're going to be maybe a little bored, which is good. And you're going to be waiting, almost like a major league batter, waiting for their pitch. We're just waiting. And the cool thing about trading is it's a no strikes game. The pitcher can throw as many balls as they want. We don't have to swing at every pitch. That is a very different feeling. It's not effortless. It's clear. It's logical. It's repeatable. And that's what all these decades in the market have taught me. It is not a secret formula. It's a process that once you've seen it work again and again, you can learn to trust it. But knowing the process of entering a trade is really step one. The real challenge is building habits that let you execute it consistently, especially when emotions kick in, especially when crazy news happens. So in the next video, I'll show you exactly how to do that, how to manage your risk, how to manage your expectations, how to manage your position size so that the emotions don't get the best of you. Go watch it, and I'll see you there.